What's good, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of the Hurls and Smalls Show. Another week, another episode, and here we are giving you guys another banger. But before we get into any of what we got today,
Banger after
after banger,
banger.
yep, I gotta ask my man Smalls how he's doing.
Dog, I'm doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1:02 in the morning, and we're just now starting. Not your fault, not my
Yeah.
fault. Just kind of is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, doing wonderful. Didn't take a nap today. Progress.
Uh-huh.
However, probably gonna take one tomorrow because not gonna sleep much tonight because I got a dentist appointment in the morning too. So it's
And you were telling me this is like your first dentist appointment in how long?
no, I went on like February 4th or something. Damn, these are not my primary glasses, and I can't see my calendar, and it's
Mm.
probably 7 foot away from me right there. That's terrible. But I went on like the 4th for my first time since first grade.
And I thought I was bad, but that is actually horrible. Like that is awful. I
Um,
went for the first time in maybe like 3 years, like in November of last year. But first grade is did they tell you a bunch of shit was like bad or anything? Like how'd that go?
uh, so so first off, I tried to get my mom to schedule me an appointment like 4 years ago, and
uh,
she just wouldn't schedule me an appointment for whatever reason. So I finally had to grow up and actually call them and
mm-hmm,
get myself in. I went to the place my grandma goes to. She suggested it, and I went in and I was like, I haven't been to the dentist in a long time.
mm.
And she grinded down my teeth. She polished them down, picked a bunch of shit, and
I
it was
hate
like,
that
damn,
feeling. It feels
she's
terrible.
doing everything. She had some machine and like she was doing a bunch of shit, and then she would put water in my mouth, and then it would just like vacuum it all out. Coolest feeling in the entire world,
Like
dog.
you're so like mesmerized and shocked by this, while the rest of us is like, yeah, that's what happens when you go to the fucking dentist. But you have just never experienced any of this. But yeah,
The
I know
last
what you're
time I
talking
went was because I had to get teeth pulled out because like they were growing in the wrong way.
about. Mm.
Like my baby, it was baby teeth, so it didn't matter. But like I was in so much pain, and that's just so bogus. I love my mom's to death, but like first grade, are we serious? And I told her before she went to bed, I was like, yeah, they're gonna be mad at me tomorrow. They gave me this special toothpaste to use every night before I go to bed, and it was like you can't, or you not that you can't, but you shouldn't drink anything afterwards. And I'm good at brushing my teeth at night, but like I don't do it right before I go to bed, so I'm not
Mm.
thinking. So I haven't used the special toothpaste the whole lunch. And she's like, well, I brush my teeth every night. I was like, yeah, well, when was the last time you went to the fucking dentist? And she thought for a second, goes, 16 years.
Holy shit! Holy shit! That is ridiculous. But let me not say anything
Horrible,
because
bro.
if my mom wasn't scheduling my appointments, who knows when's the last time I would go? So let me not get on you because my mom definitely still makes every single one of my appointments, and it'll probably
Bro,
be
I
like
was
you guys
so
next week.
pissed when I finally had to grow up. Like I had to actually
Yeah.
call him.
Yeah, it's like when we were in I don't know, let me not speak for you, but when I was in high school and school, whatever, it's like I can't wait to be an adult. I can't wait to be out of school and just be on my own. And once I hit 18, I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want. Now it's like, bro, I wish I could go back and just be a kid again and just be back in high school because I thought it was so terrible back then. But now living life as an adult now it's just like, bro, I would trade everything to just go back.
There
Cause
was something new in high school every day. I
for
feel like
sure,
at work it's the same
same
shit
thing. Yep, it's
day
just
after day, and it's
Groundhog
like,
Day. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
I
man.
can't wait for summer. Cannot wait. We finally get all the homies back. We actually working and shit, not just doing the same bogus. Life goes on. Though. How you
Life is
doing,
life,
dog?
and yeah, literally, life is life, and work is whatever. I don't got much to say today. I'm just I. I'm just living. I'm just living.
Fair enough. I ain't mentioned them in a couple episodes, so I would just like to say real quick, not even a segment or nothing. The Heat, y'all suck. Please figure out how to play a fourth quarter. It's getting real hard to watch, y'all. Real fucking hard to watch, y'all.
And,
And in
and
fantasy
yeah,
basketball, I was choosing between Khalil Ware and Zachary Richachet on who I should keep because I like to have a waiver spot. And I was like, whoever plays worse tonight, you're getting cut. They both balled. So I was like, I guess neither one of them want to leave. And Richachet had -3 today, so he might be hitting the door.
yeah. I have a Heat friend, and I was at his house the other day, and he was like, "Man, the Heat lost again." And then I checked the box score. It's like But Tyler Hero had 40 and the Heat still found a way to lose. I
That
think
was
we guys lost to the
yesterday.
Raptors. Was it the Raptors game where Tyler Hero had 40? I don't know what it
No, he
was.
had 40 against the Mavs, and he had 40
Okay.
yesterday against. Who did they play yesterday? They lost. Damn. They choked in the fourth quarter. I was pissed and went to fucking bed. They won against the Raptors, though, in overtime. It was Wiggins' first ever win against the Raptors.
Really? That's a cool
It was
stat.
0-8.
But yeah,
Yep.
I seen that. I seen the box score, Tyler Hero 40, and Heat still losing, and that's just sums up the Heat season. But like you said, we're not gonna make it a segment. You said what you got to say. Fuck the Heat, and yeah.
Bro, we I'm sorry. We closed tonight with Kyle Anderson and Alec Burks both on the court. That's disgusting.
Oh yeah, and the game I saw where Tyler Hero had 40, I seen the box score. I scrolled down a little bit, and Terry Rozier was like 0 for 5 or like 0 for 6 or some shit. I was like,
It
there
was
go
against the
Terry
Bucks
Rozier.
yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, he played 10 minutes and he should have played 0.
0 for sure.
I would dead ass rather have your mother on the court.
Wow.
No idea what your mom athleticism ability is. I would rather have my mom out there. And I know my mom can't hoop.
But as you guys can see by the title, we are doing a draft based on a draft of the NFL draft. A specific, I don't know how to put this. We're gonna spin.
So he's gonna spin a wheel.
Yeah, we're gonna spin. I'm gonna spin a wheel of all 7 rounds of the draft. Whatever that the wheel lands on, we're gonna do a draft of. Let's say it lands in the second round. We're gonna do a draft of only second round players, but they're all active. We're not doing all time, just active players. So I have a wheel over here. I'm gonna spin it and see what we get. And I'm gonna say this before we start. Don't come at me. Didn't have time to make a big board. So if we get first round pick and my second pick ends up being fucking Javon Kinlaw bust for the Niners, don't blame me, man. I'm working with what I got.
I'm gonna blame you. No, you can blame him because I gave him an out several times. I texted him this morning. It's like, what we doing today?
But look, if I took that out when you would have asked me, I still would have been fucked regardless for what we did because this idea came about when I was working. So no matter what we did, I would have been fucked. But I think this is the best option. This is the best that I can do with what I was doing. But I'm gonna spin the wheel.
One of the options I gave you was guilty pleasures and pet peeves.
I asked you what were the options you gave me, and then you were fucking.
I just thought of it
before we started. Yeah, you were out of it before we started. He was catching up on every single one of. All I heard was before we started, and he was like this, by the way. Day 27 of me and Zach racing to see you can get all 1,000 cups. That's all I heard. But I'm spinning the wheel to see what round we get. And it is landing.
Don't be 6th or 7th, bro.
Should I respin it? Before we started recording, you said something. As long as it's not the 6th or 7th round, I'm chilling. Well, it landed on the 7th round. So
you're gonna be fucked. No, we can do it.
I'm absolutely fucked. I'm absolutely fucked because, like I said, I didn't have time to make a big board, so I'm absolutely fucked. And what I will ask of you is, since I didn't have time to make the big board, there's an obvious 101. Please let me have the number 1 pick in the draft. I'm begging.
So I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, hold on. The 7th round? Are we counting undrafted or no?
I didn't.
Okay. That's fine.
I went back to 2012 to look through 7th round picks and have 13 names. We're picking 7 players each.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take all 7 of the other guys,
you know who I'm taking.
But I have 13 guys. I have the last pick if you go first. If you take all of my guys, I don't have a final pick. I just gotta look up the draft. 2022 NFL draft. You can have first though.
Bear with us. This is the first episode of us doing this draft. We plan on doing these every month or Tuesday episode for you guys. Bear with us. It's the first one. I'm sure next week's will be better. Like I said, I just have every draft from 2010 on, and now since we're doing 7th round, I just have the 7th round of each draft. So I'm gonna have to scroll through each of them for every pick. But at least the active players are bolded, so they'll jump out at me. But there's not a lot of options. You said you can only find 13. So
all right, so Discord just bugged out a little bit. we don't know where I cut off talking, but wherever he cut it off, I guess we're just gonna have to go with it. We're gonna get into the draft. After the draft, we'll have another little segment, so it's not just solely gonna be the draft, but we'll get into it. And since Herlin's asked so nicely, I will give him the first overall pick.
Dog,
We're gonna go 1-1,
this is
1-1.
horrendous. Like, this is awful. And can I ask you, for future reference, are we like getting the best version of this player? Like, say there was a player drafted in 2012 who was a 7th-round pick. Are we getting their peak version? Like, their when we draft them, is it like them today or their peak version? You know what I mean? Like, how should we view them?
Probably should have figured that out. I kind of just did like the last couple years, like maybe not right now, but like recently. So I didn't like if Cam Newton was still playing right now and he's not obviously Superman anymore, I didn't kind of take that into consideration.
Okay. Well, this may not be the best first pick for the 7th-round draft, but me being a Niners fan, I think there's it'd just be wrong of me to not go with Mr. Irrelevant of the 2022 NFL draft, and I'm the first overall pick. We're taking Brock Purdy.
Good pick. When we were trying to figure out the direction we wanted to do this, we were trying to figure out if like we wanted to go a lineup, if we wanted to just go 7 guys, 11 guys, and we discussed that a little bit. And I was completely honest with Herlins. I said that as much as I respect the offensive line, I understand they're the most important position in football. I don't really give a damn about them, so I'm not as tapped in with those guys. But the Philadelphia Eagles have one of the best tackles we've seen in a long time, and he was drafted in the 7th round. Jordan Mailata.
That's so crazy because you legitimately did say I don't give a fuck about the offensive lineman, and the fact that you're taking one with your first pick is hilarious. Okay.
Bro, the 7th round, there's not a lot there, I'm telling you.
I have all the so I'm gonna close out the fucking 2012 draft because there's one guy left. Fuck that, I'm not even drafted him. Oh man, bro, man. like first round I could have done it without a fucking big board. I could have done it without having to have all these drafts up. Second round pick my second round pick. So we're not building a lineup, so it really doesn't matter who I take here. Man, I see some names though. There are a couple of guys that are pretty quality starters. I could keep it on theme with the Niners, and I may just do that. And this may be a bad pick. Like I said, I really don't. I have no clue. This may be an awful pick, but we'll see. You're laughing because you probably know who I'm gonna take. Give me Juwan Jennings. You already got the pairing of him and Brock Purdy. They already got the chemistry, so they should be working fine together on this football team, So give me Juwan Jennings. Was he on? You said you had 13 players. Was he on your big board?
I wrote down Juwan Jennings, but I don't. Was he 7th round?
Yeah, he was.
Where did he go then? Why is he not here
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Oh, bitch! I didn't mean his college.
Oh, you mean where did he go? Like he was just off of your big board
on my screen?
Yeah. Okay.
He was on my list. I just overlooked him. Juwan Jennings is a great pick in the 7th round. Okay. He was a dog this year, and whether he's that again next year, we don't really know.
That don't matter.
For my hate watching purposes, I might say he's not gonna be that again. But I don't want to see my friend go through another torturous season. So Juwan Jennings,
thank you, man. Thank you.
Go do your thing.
Go
my
ahead.
Second pick.
Yep. What you
in
got?
The 7th round draft. This guy didn't have a great season this year. But the prior year, he led the NFL in interceptions.
Oh, I saw him. Dang.
Give me Geno Stone.
Okay. I like that.
And I can't even blame you, Geno. That Bengals defense was just atrocious this year. You should have stayed in Baltimore.
Okay. So you said he didn't have such a great year. I thought you were about to take my guy. But last season, this guy was very, very good for his team. They went on to be Super Bowl champions last season. But this past year, he was banged up, hurt, came back, and wasn't
No.
very good. Give me Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh shit, I didn't even have him. That's a great pick.
Hell
That's a
yeah. That's who
great
I
pick.
thought you were taking. That's who I thought you were taking when you said he wasn't very good this year. Now I'm interested to see who, because you said no, but then didn't realize. So who are you about to take? So right now I got Purdy, Jawan Jennings, and Isaiah Pacheco.
You kind of cooking me so far.
I'm trying. I'm literally just flipping through every single draft and scrolling through. Like, I'm not even eliminating off names. I'm just literally just scrolling through every single one.
Um, with my next pick, I kind of just went with guys I like, if we being honest. And I don't even know if this is the proper pick, but Cameron Curl had a good year over there in LA. Shout out you, Ant. I like me some big safeties, and that's what he is.
Okay. Dang. Now this is where I'm really like kind of fucked. Actually, I think I know who I'm gonna take here. No, I'm not, let me not do that. Okay. So from the 2018 draft class, we got a linebacker who's made a name for himself pretty well with the Indianapolis Colts. We're gonna end up taking Zaire Franklin with our fourth overall draft pick in the 7th round draft. You know, I think my team is shaping up pretty well here for me not knowing where I was gonna go at the beginning of this. Can I ask you, would you have taken Brock Purdy if you had the 101?
No, because I knew Jordan Mailata was 7th round.
Oh, okay, you were gonna take. Okay. Now this is where I'm cooked.
Genuinely think Jordan Mailata is one of the greatest tackles of all time. So
I'm absolutely fucking cooked here. You might laugh at my next pick, bro.
All right. Who did you just take? Oh, Zaire Franklin. With my next pick, so my draft so far has been very anti-Brady. I like quarterbacks. I like receivers. Not a big defense guy. Not a big line guy. So far, I got two secondary and a lineman. And my next pick is also going to be a secondary.
Okay.
He plays with Zaire Franklin over there in Indy. Shout out Jalen Jones.
Okay.
Hell of a year.
So
He cool, but
Purdy, JJ. Let me just write down my team. Purdy, JJ Pacheco, and Zaire Franklin, because I was not writing down my team. All right. with my 5th overall pick in the 7th round draft. Yeah, I said you may laugh at me for this one. From the 2017 draft class, we will be taking another member of the Kansas City Chiefs. We will be taking kicker Harrison Butker.
No, that's why I said no last time, bro. I didn't think you were gonna see him. Damn it. Fuck you.
Man, I'm actually liking how my team is coming out, man.
My next pick is not the best player on the board, but I'd be sad if I didn't get him. You know, he bounced around. I want to say he finally found himself a home. He was good with C.J. Stroud last year in Houston. He's now over there with Jaden Daniels. Shout out Noah Brown, man.
Okay.
Former Buckeye. If you didn't happen to know.
Dang. I might go kicker again, bro. Bro, man.
What other kicker is even available?
Chill. Oh, fuck. I really don't want to double down on kicker. Fucking Ronnie Bell is here, bro. Don't piss me off.
Take him.
Okay. So I asked about like are we getting this guy's prime, like his best years, or are we getting him today?
Don't you dare take my guy again.
He's on the defensive side of the ball. From the 2013 draft class, we are taking
fuck you, bro.
Safety.
You're an asshole.
Jordan
I hate
Poyer.
you so much.
I was looking at he was almost gonna be my 101,
bro.
He was almost gonna be my 101. I was that panicked.
Damn, I wanted him. How do you snipe me twice in a row with the whole seventh round?
All right, I got one pick left. Uh,
I don't know if he's the best available, but I kind of like him over there. He a bigger guy.
mm-hmm.
Ah, give me Carrington Valentine, bro.
Okay. I'm down to a couple guys. So you have, yeah, we both have one more pick left. So I'm down to a couple guys here. I could do a couple guys, just for the meme, just for the hell of it. But looks like right now at the top of my big board is another kicker. Um, don't know how I feel about that, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Let me just go find the draft class where he was at. Do I want to do that though? Fuck. I don't. I honestly don't, bro.
Timeout just got called. You know, we were on the 5-yard line, about to finish the draft, and for whatever reason, coach put us in reverse, and he told us we were hauling ass too fast, and called timeout on us. So we got a little bit out of our rhythm, but we're getting back into it now.
Mm-hmm.
As I was saying, I don't know if it'll be in the clip or not. Who fucking knows at this point?
Uh-huh.
I was suggesting Ben Skoranek to, white boy over there catching passes every once and again.
No,
Kind of looks like Cooper
I'm
Cup
alright.
if Cooper Cup was on heroin or something like that, but
All right. All right. Okay, so I'm down to a couple of names for my last pick. I'm just gonna throw them out there because I really don't give a fuck if you take them. There's guys like Miles Gaskin. There's Jason Sanders. I was looking at.
Miles Gaskin, active player?
His name was bolded. He's
I think he's on the
somewhere.
practice squad.
He's somewhere. His name was bolded.
Pretty sure he's on the practice squad. I
We're
loved Miles
not
Gaskin,
counting
and
that.
that first year in Miami, bro.
Mhm.
Oh, he was so good,
Yeah, I
so good.
remember he
I
was waiting
scooped
for
him
our
in
pickup.
fantasy.
Yep. Yep. I was just saying. Yeah. All right, let's just fucking throw something at the wall. With my last pick in the draft, I will be taking. Fuck, where'd he go? Fuck. No. Oh, there he is. I will be taking center for the memes, Will Clapp.
Also, don't know if he's on a roster, but okay.
He's bolded, so he's somewhere.
That don't mean anything. There was
He's
some guys on there
somewhere.
bolded that I ain't seen play in like 4 years.
Okay. Forget Will Clapp.
No, you can take Will Clapp. He's probably
take
on a team.
Okay,
He's
okay.
probably on a team. As I was saying, you should have taken Ben Skoranek. I'm gonna go a different route though. Over there in Denver, some people weren't a big fan of Denver this year, but they got a guy who went to college at Ohio State. He had 10.5 sacks this year. Let me get Jonathan Cooper.
It's a solid pick. That's a solid pick.
Thank you.
All right. So that concludes our draft of seventh round players. My 7 players ended up being Brock Purdy, Juwan Jennings, Isaiah Pacheco, Zaire Franklin, Harrison Butker, Jordan Poyer, and Will Clapp.
That's a good first 6 rounds, dog. That's a really good first 6 rounds. Coach called a timeout on you, and you lost your rhythm.
Yeah. Exactly.
I went Jordan Mailata, Geno Stone, Cameron Curl, Jalen Jones, Noah Brown, Carrington Valentine, and then Jonathan Cooper. Carrington Valentine's probably my weakest pick, but it's the 7th round.
It's a 7th round. I'm sure that we'll do better as we get rounds earlier on, first, second, third, or whatever. But 7 to start, it was just a curveball. Our first one, it was already gonna be all over the place, even if we got first round. And then you throw the 7th round on top of that. It was just a mess waiting to happen. But we got through it. So you guys let us know some players we missed, who you think won the draft, and if you guys like this concept, anything you guys want to see changed. But so next week we'll spin the wheel again, and then we'll just do another draft of that round.
I think we should take more people we can. If we took too many, we can change that. Is it? So after that, we're going into like every team's last 4,000 passing yards quarterback, and
Mm-hmm.
we're just gonna start with the division, and there's 8 divisions, so it won't equal up perfectly. The last episode we might have to do 2 divisions or something like that, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, adding those together, we should be at a decent amount of time,
For
and
sure.
then move into the waffle. We might have shorter episodes from here on out, but it
Hopefully,
is what
yeah, it
it is.
actually is this time. We've been saying that, but they never are. But we'll see. But yeah, so
So
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I'll let you pick the division.
Um, just give me the NFC South. Well, the NFC South. So every 4,000.
So Saints, Tampa,
And
Panthers,
yeah,
Falcons.
from that next time I'll spin a wheel and whatever it lands on, that's what we'll do. But whatever, we'll roll with the NFC South today. So the last 4,000-yard passer for the Bucks is Baker Mayfield.
It is Baker Mayfield.
Oh, we got the Saints, the Falcons, and
And I'm sure Tom did it before him.
for sure, the Saints, the Falcons, and the Panthers. So the Saints, I'm sure, is probably Drew Brees. Drew Brees. I don't think any quarterback that they had has done it since then. This actually gonna
It
be a
is
pretty
Drew
easy
Brees.
division, I think. And then the
Next year they'll have it again though. Spencer Rattler go out there and ball, dog. I can't wait.
and the Falcons, Kirk Cousins could have been. It should have been you this season, but no, obviously not Penix, not fucking Ritter. So it's Matt Ryan.
It is Matt Ryan.
And the Panthers. This could be a little interesting one. Obviously, Cam Newton jumps out at me, but I don't think Bryce has gotten 4K. Baker, I don't think so. Sam Darnold, I don't think so. Fucking Matt Corral. So I'm going Cam Newton here is their last 4,000-yard passer.
Bro, I loved Matt Corral, and he in the UFL this year,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not gonna start, which sucks. By the way, we doing a UFL thing? Are we picking the same team?
I was down, but then like last episode, you were like, Matt Corral ain't even gonna start, bro. Fuck the UFL. So I'm down. I'm down. I'm down to do it.
You know who is gonna start? Former Viking Kellen Mond.
Okay. So what team does Kellen Mond play for?
I think it's the team that Destroying played for last year. He plays for the
The
San
San
Antonio
Antonio
Brahmas.
something. Okay, I was gonna say yeah, I knew it was San Antonio. Okay, so we're gonna be San Antonio fans. All right, we're San Antonio Brahmas fan. If San Antonio players want to come on the show and talk to us about your team, your season, be our
Hey,
guest.
Kellen Mond, we picked y'all for you. So if you
Uh-huh.
go out there and have a generational hooner, we gonna have to sit down and talk to
Yes,
you.
sir. Absolutely, absolutely. We'll get you back into the league. But was Cam Newton right?
It was Cam Newton, and you
Okay.
said I don't think Bryce has done it. Bryce Young has his rookie season. He had 2,800.
And this year he was in and out of the lineup, so you
He
damn
had
right.
2,400 though.
Okay, and then yeah, the other guy. How close was Sam Darnold? What did he do in that
I
season with the Panthers?
wonder what Baker did too. Sam Darnold had 2,500 and then
Dang,
1,100 the second year.
dang. I thought he was better than that. And Baker, I don't think is any closer, to be honest.
You think you did it in Cleveland?
Baker for sure.
If you had to put $100 on it
Actually,
right now,
no. Baker didn't throw. I don't think Baker threw for 4K in Cleveland. Absolutely not. I'm gonna say no. hundred
what do you think
dollars.
his highest was?
Baker's probably like 38.70 or something like that.
38.27 was his high in Cleveland. He had 1,300 in Carolina.
Yeah, I didn't think he was doing too hot over there. But
He
okay.
had 4,000 back to back in Tampa. Shout out Baker, dog.
Shout out Baker. But
You think Tom? You
oh,
said Tom probably did before that.
Tom before, yeah, definitely. Because didn't Tom win an MVP
Damn.
in Tampa? He threw for 5K in
Tom
Tampa,
went
didn't he?
Tom went 4,600,
Okay.
5,300,
Oh, yeah, he did throw
4,700.
for 5. Yeah, he won the MVP that 5,300 season, right? I swear he won an MVP in Tampa.
I don't know if you can see that on ESPN.
Or was that 2020? I think he won the 2021 NFL MVP because 2020 I think was Rodgers.
That's 2021 when he had 5,300.
Yeah. I think because I know Rodgers went back to back, but I don't know if it was 2019-20 or
Aaron
2021.
Rodgers was 2021.
Yeah. So
So is it?
So then I don't think Brady won it then, unless he won
No,
2022.
because I went to Mahomes.
Yeah, so Brady didn't win it. Wow, how the fuck did he not win it? I was probably an Aaron Rodgers guy that season too, but now looking back on it, it's like how the fuck did Brady not win it? But
I damn sure wasn't an Aaron Rodgers dude.
I
Dude sucks.
Aaron Rodgers, man, I hope he can find a job. But I think that is it for all of the football talk this week.
And I know we're only 7 minutes into the episode, so
Exactly. Yeah.
I apologize to our non-wrestling fans. If you got other ideas, throw them out there at us. But
Frosty did DM me about an idea. Well, fuck it, we'll bring it up on here. Let me go see what Frosty said. It was actually like a
actually,
couple of weeks ago.
before we're done with it, you can bring it up. But before we're done with the NFL talks, from now on,
It was a
we're both
weak
gonna.
ass suggestion too. Fan made questions. They could be football related or not. It wasn't that weak. It was just like we wouldn't get enough questions to cover an entire episode. I don't think.
I mean, no, we definitely wouldn't. But that's not a week. That's
No,
like
that's why I was saying
every podcast
it was not
does.
a weak ass. I was just getting on Frosty.
But from now until the NFL draft, we're both going to come on here and suggest 3 players for the next episode. We're going to deep dive into them, and they'll give us 6 players every episode to kind of talk about. And from now until the draft, there's 7, maybe 8 weeks. So 6 times, no, it'd be 12 a week times 7. We end up with like 84 guys by the draft. So cool, I guess. Would you like to start, or would you like me to start?
I will start. So, like Small said, we're each picking 3 guys that we'll talk about next episode. My 3 guys that I came with. Number 1, I put down Will Johnson.
Okay.
Number 2, I had Mason Graham. And number 3, I wanted to go with who did I say? When you walked with Dylan Gabriel, I said I wanted to go with Dylan Gabriel, but I ended up going with Jalen Walker. So 3 guys I don't know much about that I will be. That'll be
second guy.
Mason Graham.
Mason Graham, and then
Jalen Walker. 3 guys that I know next to nothing about, but I know Will Johnson and Mason Graham have been on the minds of a lot of 49ers fans that they want the Niners to draft. We end up keeping number 11 if they're there. So yeah, those are my 3 guys that I will be talking about next episode.
So for the first 3 guys of mine, I literally picked my 3 favorite guys in the entire draft. Starting off with Emeka Egbuka. We got Tet McMillan. I don't know how to say his first name. It's like Tatairo or some shit like that. But it's the big motherfucking receiver for Arizona. I think he's gonna be unbelievable. And then we got Raheem Sanders.
Never heard of
him. You gonna like him.
All
I'm gonna bring a lot of running backs. So if you don't want to ever double up, just leave the running backs alone because this class is.
All right. I almost picked what's his name, Quinshon Judkins. I almost picked him.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, that is it.
Dog.
Oh, what you say?
I said he's gonna be a dog.
That is it for the NFL or any football talk that we have for today. So as Small said earlier, if you're not a wrestling fan, this is probably where you check out. So Dark, come sit back. Oh, I should have done this at the top of the episode. We didn't even say likes, comments, and sub or any of that. But I should have done this at the top of the episode. Darko Raid, I'm wishing you a very happy birthday. This is coming out.
Shit, I meant to say it
bro,
too.
I meant
to
at the top of the. I wanted to say it at the top of the episode, but yeah, when you guys are seeing this, Dark's birthday was yesterday, February 24th.
Oh, I didn't even text him today because I knew it was his birthday. I knew I was gonna say it on here. Holy shit, if you wouldn't have said something, I would have felt so bad. I would have felt so bad.
So go and wish Dark a happy birthday if you haven't already. Wish him a happy belated. Dark, we appreciate you supporting, and I hope you had a great birthday. Finally hit 20. Yeah, and like I said, we forgot to say it at the start. We haven't forgotten in a while. At the beginning of this shit, we used to be so bad. It's like we're an hour and a half in by the end. It's like, fuck, we forgot. And here we are doing it again. But, if you guys are new, go down, like, comment, and sub. Do all of that. Show some love. Head over to the TikTok and show some love over there. But as I was saying, if you're not a wrestling fan, this is probably where you check out. So we appreciate the support you guys have shown to us up until this point. Before you check out, like the video, and we'll see you in the next one. We appreciate you. But on to the
Anybody wonder where Small Talk is?
Oh,
it's Thursday exclusives from now until maybe the season or whatever. Just because we talk so much about wrestling on the Monday, so it's and he fucking
It's gonna
fake
be
cried.
missed, man. It's gonna be missed, man.
He just thirsty to get into the fucking waffle. He not even gonna let me say shout out Madison Green. But do we talk about
Whoa,
SmackDown?
wait. Are you going? Are you going? Did you? Oh no, not are you going to those games? Because you are going to the games. I gave you a task last
I told
episode.
you I wasn't gonna.
Oh my fucking!
Hey, bro, we went yesterday, right?
Oh, and you didn't. Okay, go
Well,
ahead. Go
we
ahead.
went yesterday, and I'm going Wednesday.
Please,
Her
fucking,
mom,
I'm gonna DM her for you, bro. I'm gonna fucking DM her. Like, please,
her
just do
mom's
it.
literally sat the row above us.
Oh my gosh.
I did DM her. I've talked to her pretty much all season. It's just not like, hey, I'm gonna get a picture with you. It's
You don't
fucking,
have to
I'm a
say
grown
that.
man.
Just be like, yo, last home game of the season, I'm gonna be there. Like, just something like that. You don't gotta say,
You don't give a fuck.
but you don't gotta say, hey, I'm trying to come to the locker room. Hey, can I get a pic? It's just like, yo, last home game of the season, I'm there to support. I'm gonna be there in the stands cheering you on. Something like that. Please, please.
What does that do
All
for
right, all
me?
right. Fuck it. If Smalls don't want to do it, if anybody is still watching up to this point, I need every single one of you
Bro, don't
to
do that.
go.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Now look at how serious he got. Then you DM
Don't
her,
do
man.
that.
Then you DM her. I told
I
you I
told you I
wanted to see.
have.
I wanted you to DM her, and I wanted to see a picture of you with her for all the support you've given her, every shout out you've given her, every damn episode we've done this.
It's gonna be some
It's gonna be what?
nothing. Nothing.
Please, man, please. But go ahead, man. Let's get into the wall.
We talking about SmackDown? Yes.
Yeah, yes, we are. I think we have to. We have to with what happened every time, bro. Like, damn.
I would like to start it off with I don't like Joe Tessitore's voice.
I emphatically disagree. I'm not a huge Joe Tessitore fan, but just his voice alone, I think, is magnificent. He used to do Monday Night Football with him and Booger McFarlane, and it was amazing. I still remember us playing the Seahawks on Monday Night Football in 2019 when we were 8-0 and the Seahawks beat us, and him calling that game when we scored a touchdown on defense. His voice, like, he just has the voice to be commentating, but he just doesn't. I think he just doesn't fit with wrestling, I think is what it is. I think the way he commentates and his voice works better for live sports, whether it's the NFL or, like, sports like the big four, NFL, MLB, NBA, shit like that. I just don't think it works well for wrestling because he, like,
What's the big four?
and the NHL. Something like that, I think it would work best for.
So you just saying fuck soccer? Damn.
I absolutely am. But as I was saying, when Jey Uso won go ahead.
MLS started on Saturday. Tap in.
Like, when Jey Uso won the Intercontinental Championship, Joe Tessitore brought that moment from an 8 to like a fucking 13 out of 10. But I think at certain points you're just watching and it's like he's so mellow and so low, like, just the vibes just feel so low, and it feels like at times he's just like reading off his lines.
I miss Corey.
He can just hit his high points are amazing, but I feel like the rest of the show is just so whatever. But it's like I said, his high points are great. I think he just has to find that balance. But I do think Corey Graves is a lot better than him right now. But yeah, he's still less than a year into this. I think, he still has time to improve. But I think his
Speaking
voice,
of voices,
like
I was watching college basketball on Saturday, and debatably the greatest of all time, Dick Vitale. Crazy that he's still out there commentating because he just drank literally an entire water bottle.
bro,
Thirsty ass.
I was so thirsty.
We start off SmackDown. Weak ass match. Big Jim. I'm just kidding. Drew McIntyre and Jim Uso. Oh, are we making predictions?
Yes! Oh my god! Fuck! I meant to text you this. That we were supposed to make predictions for the fucking Elimination Chamber. That's my bad. Cause I meant to text you. Did you want to do them right now, or you want to do them after we get through each show?
We can do them at the very end.
All right, yeah. I'll just pull up the match card. Continue.
All right, we got Drew McIntyre and Jimmy Uso. You know he called Jimmy J. Blah blah blah. He wants to take out the whole bloodline, but he's really just beating up Jimmy over and over again. Jimmy gets his little roll up, upset win. Drew McIntyre, he angry again. Drew looked dominant the entire match. Jimmy had a couple moments where it's like, uh-oh, Jimmy might be doing something. He wasn't doing nothing. And then, Drew always attacks people after the match when he loses. So it's the same old for Drew. I didn't like this match.
I hate what they're doing with Drew McIntyre, bro. It's like he was built up to he was on this mission to take out every member of the bloodline. He started with Sami Zayn, whooped his ass at Saturday night's main event. They had him face Jey Uso, I think it was at the first episode of Raw on Netflix. He loses by a roll up. It's like, you know what, I'll live with that. Jey Uso, they're pushing, I'm not super mad at that one. But then you have him go and lose to Jimmy Uso on a fucking roll up, back to back roll up losses to the fucking Usos. It's just like, what are we doing here with Drew? And the great of fucking amazing all time work he was doing with CM Punk and the work he was doing on the mic, to see it going to waste with him doing absolutely nothing. Like, Drew should be one of the favorites to win the Elimination Chamber this Saturday, but the way he's looking, there's just no way anybody could honestly just pick him. Like, I would have loved to see him and Cody. All right, I would have loved to see him and Cody at Mania, but the way Drew's looking right now just doesn't make sense. I thought it was going to be Drew and Roman at Mania because that looked like his end goal, because he said he wanted to go after everybody in the bloodline, but he's losing to Jimmy, lost to Jay already, so it's like that doesn't look realistic at this point. It just I thought this move to SmackDown was gonna be great for Drew McIntyre, but it hasn't really done much of anything because they book him on the mic. He sounds like he's gonna go and whoop everybody's ass, but then he gets in matches and he's fucking losing to some shit like this to roll up. So I hate what they're doing with Drew McIntyre, and I love him so much too. So it really pisses me off to see what they're doing.
I know some fucking moron that picked him to win the Royal Rumble. I can't believe that fucking idiot, bro. Knowing damn well Drew wasn't gonna win.
Absolutely.
Some people just don't know what they're talking about sometimes. But I also know this other guy that picked Jade Cargill to win, and she's still not back.
This guy, I think this other guy picked Becky Lynch to win. No. Oh. Continue.
And she's still not back.
Continue.
Next up, we got Fatu and Tama. Tama. Their names kick my ass, dude. Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga. It was Tama, though. And Fatu was saying, yeah, if it's not an incident, or if it's not an accident, then we're going to have serious issues, and you wouldn't be standing here right now. And he was like, yeah, and you and Tama are going to be real good tonight, or blah, blah, blah. And then Fatu looked at Solo again and said, nah, me and Tama have been doing everything lately. You participating tonight. And then Solo looked at him and said that he likes that he's taking order, and he said he loves him again, and creating that rift even more than what it was. It's going to be the evils against the baby faces with Jimmy and Solo, even though they're fucking assholes. Next up, we get Zelina Vega having her little speaking segment, and I just absolutely adore her, so I was a big fan of that.
I hope she gets a push. She deserves it. Whether it's for Tiffany Stratton and her title, that probably won't happen anytime soon. Probably not until after Mania. But at least going after Chelsea Green in the Women's United States Championship, I think, is something.
Chelsea Green!
Zelina just deserves a singles push, and I'm so glad she's outside of that fucking LWO vortex or whatever.
Everybody needs to get out of that
Their
vortex.
music hits, and it's, what do you do? Like, that's what it is when the LWO shows up, dog. It pisses me off.
You know what I do? Plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. Skip the whole segment. Because I still don't watch anything live.
Yeah, I figured.
Next up, we have the goofy ass little homie picking dude from Louisiana.
I love R-Truth, man. Because I was really wondering who the fuck is from Louisiana on this roster. So who is he about to pick? And I should have put it together at that point. It's like LA Knight, the initials LA is Louisiana. But I thought that was pretty cool. I like what they're doing with Carmelo Hayes and the Miz.
Mellow Camp Miz.
Mellow Miz. I actually like what they're doing.
Miz.
I actually like what they're doing. So hopefully they stick as a little tag team. I don't want to see this long term for Carmelo Hayes, but as of right now, I don't mind this at all for him.
He with the Miz. What do you mean you don't mind it?
A Hall of Famer. Yeah, the Miz. Like, so you're thinking
Yeah,
of
a Hall
the
of
Miz
Famer-
and what they do to the Miz is just because the way he's been booked and he's lost all these matches as of late. I don't think that diminishes what he's done and him pairing with Carmelo Hayes. I think this is a good pair up for Carmelo Hayes. I think he can learn a lot from the Miz, especially on the mic. I think the Miz is one of the best mic workers. The Miz is a future Hall of Famer, so I don't hate this at all. Him being paired, and it's not a long term thing. I don't think for Carmelo Hayes, just something for a month or two to until Mania, and I think Carmelo Hayes is in store for a big 2025. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins the Money in the Bank or shit like that, King of the Ring even. So I think he'll be just fine.
We got R-Truth tapping in Miz.
That was a cool little
and they're
segment.
like, they haven't been partners in months. What is he doing? LA Knight, he gets tapped in and he looked phenomenal, dog. He was just whooping everybody's ass. And then Shinsuke comes out, and I could have swore I took NyQuil at that point because I was just in a different world.
I'm over that. I'm over Shinsuke and LA Knight.
I think, yeah, me too. Then they had their little Tiffy segment again, and they did the little review of Charlotte picking Tiffy and blah blah blah. And I need them to stop trying to make Tiffy look like a good guy. Just let them both be bitchy heels because that's what they are at this point, and it'd be phenomenal. My favorite female wrestler and Candice LeRae came out, and like we're threatening Tiffy and everything.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't care about this match. Charlotte came out, joined commentary. Tiffy won. Nia attacks her. Blah blah blah. And she hit that Annihilator where that she had stacked them both up.
Trish Stratus and Tiffy, yeah.
And she kind of just like
sat down.
Didn't want to kill them.
Yeah. It wasn't a great segment. The match was fine, but the segment just didn't work. Like you said, with Tiffany Stratton, it just doesn't work. Her trying to be like sympathetic and trying to get the fans behind her, because even if she is a heel, the fans are still gonna root for her because the fans still loved her regardless. So I don't think they have to make her into this I love the fans, I work so hard for this type of champion. I think she can be who she was, and the crowd will still root for Tiffany Stratton no matter what, because everybody just hates Charlotte. So I just thought that promo from Tiffany Stratton was just not good whatsoever.
I don't like Tiffany.
I love Tiffany Stratton.
Damian Priest tells Cody he wants his title. I think
Damian
everybody
Priest,
does.
I love you. You're probably one of my top 3 favorite people in WWE right now, but please, I don't want to see it. I do not want to see it.
My favorite trend in wrestling right now is like when you don't like a wrestler, just slip Hogan into their name. So I saw someone call him Damian Hogan Priest, and
yeah, literally.
Maybe
There's Becky Hogan, Sammy Hogan. Yeah, they do it with so many people.
Love it. Alexa Bliss got her little story pretty similar to Zelina.
Yeah, but it seems like
they'll probably push her. She ain't winning shit.
No, I don't think she's winning the Elimination Chamber. I just think this is something with the Wyatt Six, and I'm sure she'll just be involved with that, which is sad.
Liv and Raquel come out, whoop Naomi and Bianca.
Yeah, and it's coming off the backs of them, and Nick Aldis showing them that video that apparently proves that they did it. They attacked Jade Cargill. Yeah, I'm not buying that shit, but yeah, that was whatever.
They even said like, we don't care that Jay got attacked, but they never said they did it. Like, and then on Raw, they said they.
Bro, it's awful. I think they're doing this so terribly. I think.
Chelsea said Piper's gonna win. Who gives a flying fuck? And then we get to what we want to talk about.
That title, they gotta fucking do something. They gotta do something with that, bro. Chelsea Green, I think she's a great champion. She was a great pick for the champion, but I think Zelina Vega has to hurry her ass up and get in a match with get in a feud with Chelsea Green, so Chelsea can be doing something with that belt.
Rock comes out. That little punk ass, bitch ass, fucking bozo ass, bum ass, idiot, bald headed punk.
And Rock, we know you watch. We know you watch, because when you came back at Raw Netflix, I got on your ass, and then you fucking called me out on NXT the next day. So we know you fucking watch. Continue.
Rock, I didn't know you watch. I would like to apologize for the stuff I just said. I'm actually a really big fan of your previous movie, The Game Plan. If you still have Madison Pettis' number, swing. I hated the Tooth Fairy. This is a guy that doesn't watch movies, so don't listen to him. You were really good in Pain and Gain though. But back to it. He comes back as the what does he call himself?
The final boss.
Final boss, yeah. I should have thought of Kyron. Kai Ronald, the final boss, is still his Discord name.
Like what the fuck is wrong with doing shit, bro?
I changed his name to Kai Ronald like 3 years ago, and he never changed that. But he
And
always
yeah,
adds
like I
something
remember
rock
he had
related.
the 2022 final champions Denver Nuggets and shit like that. He just does a slash and then puts something else behind it, bro.
He's funny as hell. But he comes out and announces that New Orleans is getting WrestleMania,
I fucking everybody on the planet knew that's what he was coming out to announce, that Mania, that New Orleans was getting something.
and that's all he said. And then we get into the motors. I'm just kidding. He calls out Cody. He said he's there to talk to Cody, and he's telling the world that him and Cody are homies now. We got over all the bullshit. Mama Rose and Mama Rock are now homies. You know, we went through all this. I was putting flowers at his feet. But Cody, I want you to be my champion. I want your soul. That's what he said. I want your soul. And now that's the storyline. And I think that is just fucking bogus.
It Now, if it was just this storyline in a vacuum, okay, let me start. The segment was weird. It was not. I don't think they went about it the right way. The
No,
the
it
the
wasn't linear.
the overarching story of the segment I think was fine, but the way they delivered it was fucking ass. First of all, The Rock took 30 minutes to say what he wanted to say. It was like, me and Cody were friends. Me and Cody, we're best of buds. Me and Cody, we've made things better. Me and Cody, we took shots together. Me and Cody, our moms are friends. It's like he repeated the same things over and over and over and over again until he got to his point. But like I said, I don't think it's a bad like storyline or story arc, whatever what they're trying to go with, trying to make Cody the Rock's champion and sell his soul, join the dark side if you want to say, and be like a corporate, like how Seth Rollins was with the authority, had the authority behind his back. So I wouldn't hate if they did something like that, but it just throws everything that happened after post Mania into the fucking trash, because the day after WrestleMania, Raw after Mania, The Rock says no matter whether you're champion or not, The Rock is coming for you, and it seems like they're gonna build up towards a match. And now it's The Rock says in the because they had some interview after SmackDown, The Rock says this doesn't have to culminate a match. Me and Cody never have to have a match for this storyline to end. So it's like, I don't know. I just can't. I don't really see where they're going with this. I'm interested in it, but like I said, the delivery of this whole segment was just weird. I just didn't like the segment overall. The Rock just paced it not very well, and The Rock was fucking all over the place. Rock, are you the fucking people's champion, Rock, or are you the fucking dickhead, Rock? It's 1 second. If you smell, then it's the next second. Shut your mouth before I slap the fucking STD off you. Like it's the craziest shit. It's like, Rock.
He did tell him that he did say this ain't fucking sing along with Rock. I'm saying it. So.
Exactly. It's like, do you want us to fucking root for you? Do you not want us? It's the biggest it's the biggest gathering of trailer park trash that The Rock has ever seen. Then it's New Orleans. You deserve all of this. The Rock loves you. Like, what are you? What are you? What are you, bro? Just fucking.
He was singing about the Saints, and then he was like, "No, y'all shut the fuck up. I'm singing."
And he cursed so much. He cursed so much in that promo.
It
like,
cut
dog,
everything out.
Everything out. He cursed so much. It's like, just pick one. If you're gonna come here and be the fucking good guy, Rock, fuck it, fine, be that. But don't be, shut your mouth over there. And then if you smell, and then everybody's doing it with you, just pick one, please, Rock.
He made sure to shout out people for going to see Moana, though.
Yeah, shout out for that and make it like $1 billion, whatever. Yeah. Rock, just fucking pick a side, and we know, again, I know you watch this, so Rock, it's nothing but love. If you want to come on the show, where you're welcome anytime. Just pick a side, dog.
Football guy too, so he'd make sense
for sure. Oh, and is he still like with the XFL and you like they had the Rock? We said we're trying to get into it, so never a better time to come and promo.
Last out to a Brahmas game,
bro. Like, come on, Rock. So go ahead, continue. We just be fucking throwing shots out there, just like, bro. Like,
I'm about to start clipping out all those shots and just posting it on Twitter at The Rock.
Maybe one day we'll
San
get
Antonio,
bro. Maybe one day we'll get somebody.
You got anything else to say about dude?
No, it's weird segment.
And after that little weak ass fucking bum ass pussy ass segment, we move on to the Motor City Machine Guns.
They did
going up against DIY.
Mm-hmm. Okay, don't do that. They just did this segment dirty because nobody gave a rat's ass about this after what we just saw with The Rock and Cody. It's like no one cared anymore about what was going on. But the tag team division on SmackDown has been probably the best part of SmackDown for the past couple of months now. They've been doing some pretty good stuff over there. And the Street Profits, I was talking to Kai about this in the Discord. They've been just fucking laying people out, just whooping ass. And I'm loving this version of the Street Profits because there's no way they haven't been tag champs in over 3 years. That just doesn't make any sense. So hopefully this is their
Bobby was
time.
on some bullshit,
I'm
bro.
loving this all black. We're super serious. You know, Montez is in with the coming out with that red Solo cup, dancing around and shit. They're all serious, just here to whoop some ass. So I'm loving this version of Street Profits. And the tag team division on SmackDown, like I said, has been cooking. So I'm assuming it's gonna be like some 5-way ladder match at Mania for the belts. I'm excited to see that.
You see Bianca on Twitter? Someone posted a thirst trap of Montez,
Yeah,
and it was like,
yeah.
"Can Bianca even
Yeah,
fight?"
yeah.
She just said
I
yes.
saw that.
Hey, but Bianca, I would whoop Montez ass for real. But as I was saying, Motor City Machine Guns and DIY come out. They get interrupted by Street Profits. They get their ass whooped. Street Profits look phenomenal.
Mhm.
Final segment of the night. We got that one guy named what's his name? Homosexual Undertaker.
Damian Priest.
Oh, bisexual Undertaker. My fault. And Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fott. But Damian Priest seems like a cool ass dude in real life, so I feel bad hating. But
He definitely does.
I don't like him in the WWE.
I love him.
And match was okay. Fatu accidentally super kicks Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Braun Strowman go ahead and whoop their ass a little bit, throw him out. Damian Priest hits the South of Heaven on Solo after he gets super kicked to put him down. And that rift between Solo and Jacob Fatu continues to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we see it at Mania. Maybe we don't.
I think we do.
And not only does that rift grow, but we also saw a little bit of a rift between Braun and Damian where it was like, yeah, you lucked out. And Damian was like, nah, I was going to win regardless. And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, then holy shit. And then people were online were mad that Damian got the pin off on Solo, because then people were like, man, when the fuck does Damian ever lose? He's always winning, always pinning somebody. I mean, it is, kind of true. He has been winning a lot lately, but there will be no hate from me on Damian Priest. I love Damian Priest, so good win and good luck in the chamber. And as far as Solo goes, I just don't know what the fuck is going on with him, what they're going to do with him. I expect it to be him and Jacob at Mania, but the way it's looking and the way it has been looking, I just don't see any reasonable way that Jacob wouldn't just whip Solo's ass at Mania.
I saw a beautiful, before we get into Raw, I saw a beautiful storyline posted on Twitter, and they were like, what if Punk wins the Elimination Chamber, and he picks Cody, but then Rock is like, and then Cody turns down Rock, so Rock wants Cody, but CM Punk uses his favor to get Roman to attack Rock, and then that's how you get Roman Rock at Mania, and then we still get Punk Cody at the same time.
I would love for that to be the case, but I have given up on fucking The Rock at Mania. That ship has sailed for me, so if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Rock, as I said,
a lot of people seem upset. A lot of people seem upset that we don't really know the route that they're gonna go because we're getting so close. I love it.
I think that's a good thing.
I love that there's
for sure.
Me too.
I think that is a good thing, but as
because
far as The Rock goes, I'm done predicting him.
You're not just sitting there on your hands and waiting for Mania to come. Like, man, we know this is the only thing I don't like is why is Rhea and Io not at Elimination Chamber? Why is the Monday after? That makes no sense to me. But especially since it was announced 3 weeks early. But
definitely weird. I don't know.
We can get into Monday Night Raw, which was in Ohio tonight.
Cincinnati. And you didn't go.
Cincinnati far as hell, though.
And those tickets probably would have been mad expensive. It's so expensive to get even to a Raw or SmackDown. It's crazy expensive, bro. It's ridiculous. Oh, I forgot. My fault.
We open up to my GOAT, the greatest wrestler in the business right now. The one and only. Best on the mic, best in commentary, best in the ring. Logan Paul. Ayo!
That's so disgusting that you use CM Punk's line to fucking describe Logan Paul. That is honestly so disgusting. But continue.
And the whole arena boos him except the guy that has Logan or Ohio loves Logan Paul sign. He was all excited, and the commentary was like, it doesn't really seem like everybody loves Logan Paul. And then he did the same old shtick that he always does, where he tells the city that they fucking suck and that they smell and that he didn't want to go there.
And they
And then
wasted Joe Burrow.
finally, I like that part. They did waste Joe Burrow,
Uh-huh.
but he gets interrupted by Derek Miller's favorite,
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk. And they had a cool little segment. I enjoyed their segment. CM Punk is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
He was pretty much telling him that you're just a loudmouth kid. We see you all the time. The fans love me. They will continue to chant me because I'm a legend, just like these other guys. And Logan smacks the shit out of him, runs like a little bitch that he is.
Fuck
So
out of him, yeah. But I don't think this, Lisa. I think this probably just culminates with them having a little segment at the chamber. You know, just a little beef inside the chamber. Because I expect. Let me not make any predictions, but I expect them to both be doing other things at WrestleMania. I don't think it'll be them two against each other. So I don't think this leads to anything major. Just a little, little scramble at the chamber.
I think Punk eliminates him just because Logan eliminated.
And at the Rumble.
I think that they'll have a match eventually, but it won't be Mania.
Okay.
And then we get to a match that I hit that +10 button several times on, which I'm sure was a good match with Penta, Pete Dunne, and Ludwig Kaiser, because Penta and Ludwig Kaiser, phenomenal in the ring. This storyline just I could not give a single fuck about. So if you want to talk about it, go ahead. Ludwig stole the win. I
I
saw
don't
that.
have much to say. Yeah, Ludwig threw Penta out the ring, then hit his finisher on Pete Dunne. I knew he was gonna take the pin, and Pete Dunne's a fine wrestler. He's a pretty good wrestler, but again, I just don't really care for him story wise. But like I said, like you said, Ludwig and Penta are pretty fun characters. So I don't got much to say here. It looks like it's probably gonna be something with Penta and Ludwig Kaiser going forward, which I probably would rather see than have Pete Dunne involved in this. So just them two going forward. But yeah, Ludwig Kaiser gets the win, and I'm happy for him because I don't want to see him just continue to stack losses.
It seems like Penta gets a new addition to his entrance every week.
And I love it. I love that spinning pyro behind him. It's so cool.
Sierra. Anyways, next up we had Kathy Kelly announce Rhea Ripley, and her little entrance hits, and then she's up there talking to her, and Rhea Ripley, man. But she was saying that, I've never beat EO, but I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. Best in the world now. It flashes over to EO, and EO's, yapping in her native language that I don't understand. And then she's saying that she's gonna beat Rhea and blah blah blah. And I just don't think there's a single chance in hell that EO beats Rhea.
And not because EO can't do it. I just don't think they just pull the trigger on that 4 weeks away from Mania or whatever it would be by then. 6 weeks away
On a
from
random
Mania.
Raw.
Yeah, it just wouldn't make any sense.
And then we have another match that I didn't care about, which is it hurts me to say that every time because New Day's my favorite group of all time.
Yep.
But I don't care. They finally teamed up. We've been saying, why aren't they tags? And they go against LWO, which I really don't give a fuck about.
Absolutely. Especially without Ray. Like, why would I care about these guys? I don't give a rat's ass.
And they beat the LWO, and then Dragon Lee attacks them, and then they whoop Dragon Lee's ass, and it's just a whole bunch of filler for no reason.
Yeah, the New Day, I feel like they just kind of wasted a lot of the heat that they had earlier. Because that's the second that they turned on Biggie, they should have struck with them right then and there. But then they tried to do that. Oh, we're walking backstage, and even the heels hate us. Then we're going on the mic, and we're just letting the crowd boo us. Then Kofi's mom is at ringside; she hates him. Xavier's family's at ringside; they hate him. They just took too long to get the ball rolling. I think on New Day actually being in matches and then getting some wins under their belt. Now it's where it's like, yeah, people are still booing them, but it's just like they're just not credible enough to be doing anything major, which what they could have been doing coming off the heel turn on Biggie. So I don't know. I think
They should have been whipping real people's ass like the Street Profits are.
For sure. But it was just two different stories. I understand because like the first day, like the first week after they turned on Big E. Their whole thing was like, we didn't even do anything bad. We just told the truth. We didn't attack Big E. So I understand why they didn't just go out and start attacking people, because that was their whole thing. It's like, we didn't attack anybody. Why are you guys booing us? We didn't do anything like a heel. We just told Big E what it was. We just told him the truth. So I understand why they didn't do that, but they could have found other ways just to get the New Day incorporated, to give them some better matches and give them a better storyline than the damn LWL. I don't care.
It got very deep into this Monday Night Raw, and I was like, man, this has been weak as fuck so far. But the end of it was just phenomenal between the last two segments.
For sure.
Next up, we get the Judgment Day locker room. You know, Dom's still saying we need another member. Finn saying we're not getting another member. Carlito tries to make them friends, and then Liv says, you guys shouldn't argue. I'm important. Shut the fuck up, Liv. I'm so tired of her. I love her to death, but she doesn't have to be in every episode, bro.
Wow.
And then we get Gunther coming out. We see him in his wrestling gear. And it's like, what's Gunther gonna do?
I knew it was Akira Tozawa right away. I knew once he said I found
as soon as he
somebody in
said
the back. Yeah, I knew it was Tozawa right away, because I knew it wasn't gonna be anybody credible. So I just knew it was gonna be the smallest guy he can pick on. I already knew it was gonna be Tozawa before he even announced it.
Tozawa comes out, he whoops his ass over and over again. He counts it to 2, picks him back up, whoops his ass, counts him to 2. And then he finally puts him down. Otis gets in there and is pissed off. He rolls away from Otis. Otis tries to help Tozawa. He chokes the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Maxine Dupree, fine as hell. And then Jey Uso runs out to try to save him, and it's like he's scared of Jey Uso all of a sudden. He just was baiting him out the whole time. And then Gunther runs away. And they didn't even let him yeet the whole time. It was a weak ass segment. I didn't like
what
that.
I will say with Raw, it feels like so many, and I said this in the Discord the other day, so many fucking entrances are happening during commercial. It's like, I thought we went to SmackDown, so it's like, we don't, we're not worried about time. We don't have to worry about getting cut off. But it's like, bro, it feels like everybody's entrance is happening during commercial. Then they come back and the person's already in the ring. You're hearing the end of their fucking entrance music, and then we're on to the match. It's like, what's going on there? Like, what are we doing?
What I meant to mention was I miss when Ludwig and Gunther just cared about each other. I feel like we haven't seen them together in a long time.
They had a segment. I'm fine with them not being together. They had a segment where it was like Gunther kind of told them, like, you're good enough to go be your own man, go do your own thing, and go chase your own, your own glory, your own gold. So they've been separated for a little while now, and I don't mind that, because Luden's a lot more.
I'm not saying they have to be butt buddies anymore, but like they don't ever talk. It just makes me sad. Then we got the little clip of Michael Cole on Impulsive, and Pat was fucking with him. Who gives a damn? And then we get into something finally interesting. We got Dakota Kai, Lyra Valkyria. And Dakota Kai, no bullshit, might be my favorite female wrestler other than Bianca.
Hey, Dakota Kai in her match, all she do is just fucking scream. She was screaming and yelling that entire fucking match. Just, anytime she hit a punch, a kick, she's just fucking screaming her ass off. But I fuck with Dakota, so it's not even like I'm hating on her. I love her. But yeah, this was a very, very good match. It felt like it ended kind of out of nowhere, like a little abruptly, but for what it was a really good match. It felt like they had a million 2 counts in this match. Then somebody go for a pin, 2, reverse it, a 2, reverse it, another 2, hit another move, reverse it, 2. This was a really good match. I enjoyed this, but I expected Lyra to retain in this match. And I expected Ivy Nile to make her. But I didn't think Ivy Nile was going to come after the match. I thought she was going to like interfere in the match, and that's how Lyra would win. I didn't think Lyra would win outright. Then Ivy Nile would show up. So we'll see where this goes. I'm interested to see what they do with these 3. Probably a triple threat match in the future.
I love Dakota because she doesn't do the same move over and over again. It seems like most of the girls, they like find their 4 moves like they're playing on Xbox, and they just have to stick to those. Dakota just kind of whips out the whole repertoire.
Shout out to Dakota.
And it seemed like this match was rushed because of the whole Cody story. Like they had to get it out of the way. And as you said, you knew Lyra was going to retain just because it's a random Raw before Chamber. They're not going to switch it. This
her first title defense. Yeah, no way.
Then we get Sammy's segment after, Kevin was at his house last week talking shit. And he said he went to Kevin's house and no one was home except Kevin's mother. And he talked to Kevin's mother and she was sweet. And he kind of had to look at himself like, who am I at this point? Because I should have never done that. I'm disappointed in my actions. I don't know what I'm capable of at this point. And he was saying that people are asking him how it's different from all their other feuds, and he's saying like he doesn't know what his breaking point is right now. He doesn't know how far either of them can go. They're not the man that they're supposed to be, and blah blah blah. And this, as much as this feud could be good, I don't like the format they're going. Like, just let it be an actual match, not this fucking
No,
unsanctioned
I
stuff.
think it needs it. The problem for me is I understand they're both two Canadian boys, so it makes sense that they're having this match at Elimination Chamber. But I think this is such a WrestleMania match that I think, and I would love to see this. Maybe it's the part one of them, and then they have another match at Mania. But Randy Orton's around the corner. He probably shows up at Elimination Chamber because he still has unfinished business with KO. So this probably doesn't happen in WrestleMania. But I would just loved for this to have been a WrestleMania match. But I think the unsanctioned part of the match is fine. Though. I don't mind it.
Maybe we get a triple threat at Mania because Randy interferes in this one.
Maybe.
After them, we get the Badass Dog. I think his entrance is phenomenal, and he's going against Dom with Finn and Carlito in their corner, and we obviously knew Dom wasn't winning this one. And then Finn and Carlito attack Braun, so he gets disqualified. Just a waste of my time watching this bullshit. And then he spears Carlito, and he does a little face off with Finn at the end, with him looking like a dog. And then, you think we see Demon Finn ever again?
So this is funny because my coworker asked me that today, and I was like, they shouldn't bring Demon Finn Balor out for the sake of bringing him out. You know what? Finn Balor's lost all this steam. We're gonna try to bring back Demon Finn Balor. Maybe this will get the people back behind him, and he can start winning some matches again. No, you just have to start booking Finn Balor like a fucking real guy. Like he can actually win some fucking matches. Then if you want to bring him back, sure. But I don't think you should bring him back to try to get people back behind him. I don't think that's the reason for Demon Finn Balor. It should be to culminate an amazing rivalry that deserves it. Like if him and Damian Priest was a good rivalry, and then at their final match, if he went to Demon Finn Balor, I thought that would have worked. But for him to just randomly bring it out, no, I don't think so.
I think he should start winning a little bit, and then Judgment Day feels like he's too big. Like they're disagreeing with him, so everybody leaves him, and he's all on his own, and he's still winning a little bit, and like that snaps him into because he's just down in the dumps or something.
So over the Judgment
Day. Me too. We win when we listen to Finn.
Ever since Rhea and Damian have left the Judgment Day, it's just been awful.
About Raw, there's a lot you can complain about at this point. Stop with the fucking recap segments. I'm so sick of them.
So many of them.
There's so many of them.
We watch it. And I understand this could be somebody's first time watching Raw or whatever, so you got to catch them back up. But like, holy fuck, there's so many. So many.
And they're so long. Yeah. But then we got the best segment of the inside. I don't know, between Cody and the climax of the episode. But Cody and Seth come out and they have their little heart to heart, and their discussion was beautiful, man.
It was, yeah. Yeah, because Seth, like I talked about it earlier, like with the authority thing, like Seth has been in the same situation that Cody's in right now, and he was telling him, don't do this, I've done this before, and then Seth was telling him, if you do this, it's like you just throw everything that I did for you at WrestleMania 40 away. Like Seth was on torn MCL, couldn't even fucking walk, and he was in there with the chair in that match for Cody, did all that shit, had 2 matches at Mania for Cody. They were not even friends, but he did all this. He was Cody's shield. Ever since Cody's came back to WWE, he's just whooped on Seth Rollins. He's like 0-3 against Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins is. And then through all that, Seth Rollins came and was still his shield at WrestleMania 40. So if Cody goes and accepts The Rock's fucking deal to sell his soul to The Rock, Seth Rollins has every right in the fucking world to go and whoop Cody Rhodes' ass. And I would love to see them go at it again with the roles reversed, with Cody Rhodes being the heel and Seth Rollins being the babyface. I think it could be a cool dynamic. But yeah, Seth Rollins knows all about this, and Cody even talked about it. Like, you stabbed people in the back before. You were with the Shield and put a chair in the guy's back. So it was an amazing segment.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah. I love Seth Rollins, and when his music hit, you can literally see Cody goes about fucking time or something like that, or every fucking time he says something. But
like, I love Seth Rollins so much. Like, he was gone after Mania, and then he came back on a random episode of Raw, and nobody expected him to come back, and I was just so happy, bro. Like, I love Seth Rollins so much.
After them, we get the backstage segment where Jay's checking up on the whole Alpha Babes, and definitely don't care about that. But then you get Waller and Theory dogging on
Austin
him a little
Theory,
bit.
turn on Grayson Waller already,
I
please.
think it's coming very soon because he yeeted a little bit and he's like, "You're teaming with him now."
Like this was supposed to happen months ago, but please, just fucking do it already.
But then the final match, we have the most beautiful woman in all of wrestling versus a very attractive woman and her big bully, and they're still trapped up in the Jade storyline. So I definitely didn't think they were gonna lose them here.
I thought they would.
Phenomenal match. You
Uh,
thought they were gonna lose it here?
not that I would have predicted it, but I thought there was a pretty good chance that, especially that it was main eventing. They had a lot of hype going into this match. They usually do that when something big could happen. So I expected a title change to happen here.
It was great throughout. Naomi looked awesome. Bianca looked awesome. Liv always looks awesome. She's great in the ring. And then Raquel actually looked really good in there too.
The crowd was
Uh,
so good during this match, so good.
Dominic interfered, and though it's unbelievably unrealistic with the ref and shit, he kind of played his role perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could get that Asian guy that saw the
Saw
knuckles in Logan Paul's
Kevin
match.
Owens, yeah.
As I said earlier, I'm kind of over Liv Morgan.
I love Liv Morgan, bro. The run that she is on right now is like she is on a generational run. She's having the most amazing like 14 months anyone's ever had. She was second in the Royal Rumble when she came back last year. She won the Women's World Champion. She was Queen of the Ring. Or not Queen of the Ring. She won the Crown Jewel Championship, and she had the ring against Nia Jax. Like she's on an amazing run right now. Now her and Raquel are 3-time women's champions, or women's tag team champions, the most ever. Like she is on an amazing run right now, and I think she deserves it. So shout out to Liv Morgan. I'm not tired of seeing her at all. I think she's doing a great job, and she deserves it all.
Tired of seeing her isn't the right thing. They're putting her in there too, like get rid of the Judgment Day segments, and I'd be perfectly okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just having a little bit too much of her. But Naomi at one point, like she was trying to hit the Oblivion, and Naomi just kind of like grabbed her from behind and ended up doing her little. I don't even know what they call it. She just fucking smacks her with her ass.
Rear view, yeah. Smacks her with their ass. Yeah.
But the Oblivion is one of my favorite finishes, and I wish she would have just said it there, but it
It's
is what it is.
not one of mine, to be honest. I don't really love the Oblivion. Sometimes it just looks clunky and weird. But yeah, this was a really good match, and then they even got all the pyro at the end when they won it, so it was a really cool moment. And hopefully, this probably doesn't, but hopefully this frees up Bianca, and maybe now there's a chance she can win the Elimination Chamber on Saturday, because when she had the tag belts, it's like, okay, Bianca or Naomi's not winning this because they still have Jade Cargill and those tag belts to worry about. Maybe maybe that she's not a front runner, but maybe the chances have improved to a 10% chance when they were at a 2% chance that Bianca may win this. Just
Who's gonna
something.
win it, bro? It makes no sense.
I have no clue. We'll get to our predictions, but yeah, this was an amazing match, an amazing ending to Monday Night Raw.
Phenomenal. Yeah, absolutely. Best match of the 2 episodes.
All right. Now getting into our Elimination Chamber prediction. So we have 4 matches for Elimination Chamber, and we also have Cody addressing the Rock's offer, or whatever the fuck that is going to be. I'm not sure I don't think we need to talk much about that. But we'll talk about the 2 matches that aren't the actual Chamber matches at first. So first we have Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I'm obviously taking Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. Yeah, I'm the exact same way as you, but I'm taking Tiffany and Trish.
Can you say the other team again?
Your favorite women's wrestler on the planet, and Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
Because Candice LeRae has the other lady as a partner, I will be taking Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus.
Okay.
Tiffany Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. Bro, they fucked me up,
Yeah.
bro. Their names fucked me up. Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus.
All right. In the other non-chamber match, we have Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match. I think Kevin Owens wins here, but I think after the match, Randy Orton does come back. Maybe it happens before or during the match, but I think in some way, shape, or form, Randy Orton comes back, because there's obviously no DQ, so he can come back in the middle of the match if he wanted to and attack Kevin Owens. But I think we see Randy Orton in this match, but I think Kevin Owens wins, and then Randy Orton shows up and whoops his ass or something.
My prediction is that they both bleed.
All right. We'll take it. Moving on to the women's elimination chamber match, we got Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez. You talked about this a couple of minutes ago, like who's gonna win this match, and I really have no clue. A couple episodes ago when we last did the Waffle, I said Liv Morgan probably wins this. Then she gets it, interferes in Rhea and Io's match, and we probably have a triple threat. But now that Liv Morgan's a tag champ, I really don't fucking know anymore. I think I'm still gonna stick with Liv Morgan winning this match because I still think Bianca Belair is gonna be tied up with Jade Cargill and Naomi for Mania, so I don't think we see that. So I'm gonna say Liv Morgan wins the match, and then we have the triple threat of Liv Morgan, Io, and Rhea Ripley at Mania.
I've done most of my life living with a bias, so therefore I will be picking Bianca Belair.
All right. On to the men's elimination chamber match. We have John Cena in his last elimination chamber match ever. We have CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and Seth Rollins. Man, like I said earlier, I would have loved to be able to pick Drew McIntyre here, but it just doesn't make sense with the way they're booking him right now. So I'm gonna take CM Punk. I wouldn't be mad at like John Cena winning this, hell, even Seth Rollins or McIntyre winning this, but I think those guys have other things. I think Cena's gonna be busy with Logan Paul at Mania. I think Seth is gonna be busy with Roman at Mania. And I love these two guys, Damian and Drew, but I think they're gonna be busy with each other, and that's just something I don't want to see. So I think that leaves CM Punk to win this match and take on Cody for the undisputed title. What's that face for?
I'm gonna go with my Royal Rumble pick, and I'm gonna say that Logan Paul is not gonna win this. There's no reason for him to. I'm gonna say that John Cena doesn't need to win this. I'm gonna say that Damian Hulk Hogan Priest doesn't need to win this just because he wins everything at this point. CM Punk, go ahead and just take a nap. We don't really need you anymore. I'm just kidding. CM Punk's awesome. He'll find something to do. And that I think it's between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. And I think Seth Rollins is the smart pick. But I've never claimed to be smart when it comes to WWE.
Okay.
And between his little haluva kick, which isn't the haluva kick, but I think the haluva kick's a better name, and his Glasgow kiss. What is his haluva kick called?
The Claymore.
Claymore, yeah, terrible
It's
name.
not a haluva kick at all.
He kicks the fuck out of him in the head. It's a haluva kick.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
So you're taking Drew.
I'm gonna take Drew.
Okay, you said it's gonna come down to Seth and Drew. I see Drew being more of an option than Seth because, like I said, if that whole thing with Roman didn't happen at the end of the Royal Rumble with him and Seth, I think maybe Seth could have a chance of winning this. But I really think he's just gonna be doing something with Roman, and we're gonna see them at Mania finally.
What are your predictions to start the chambers?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I think Logan may be honestly one of the last people because I think it just works for him. So I think we start with. I think Drew and Damian start. Because I think that's going to be the Mania match. So I think for the men's, Drew and Damian start. For the women's, I'm gonna say it's Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan for the women.
I think Roxanne has to start.
I wouldn't hate that. I don't know where they're going with the women. So if Roxanne won, I wouldn't hate that either. Because I really don't know what's going on over there and who's gonna face Rhea Ripley at Mania. So honestly, anybody's up for grabs with the women. I wouldn't be mad at anybody winning this.
Let's let Naomi win. Oh, that'd be awesome.
I may be mad at one person winning this.
Go. Okay, so he's just racist. I do think you picked the right guys for the men's though. I don't think anybody else even makes sense.
No, Cena's probably. I think Logan's last, and then Cena's probably right before Logan. So something like that. I don't know.
The only thing I give us Bianca and Naomi to start, and they just whoop everybody else that comes out, and it's them two at the end.
Well, are they gonna like actually fight in the beginning, or you said whoop everybody else's ass? So they're just gonna sit there and wait.
They're just gonna wait.
Opens. Oh hell no! I would be fine if they start and they're actually like fighting each other. But if they just go sit there and wait,
just dancing.
then absolutely not. Absolutely not. Is that all we got for the Waffle?
That's all we got for the Waffle, dog. We can close this out. Discord fucking bugging.
Please.
I don't want to. If you
So,
watched,
yep.
we appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Leave us a like, leave us a comment. We appreciate everything. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We're still 2 away from 75. We'll probably be there for the rest of our lives, but we
TikTok's
got
getting
this motherfucker.
75 before fucking YouTube. We'll see you guys on
Oh yeah.
Friday. Peace.